Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Ah! What the? Impossible! This isn't the car! No! No!
To start out like completely bluntly and like 100% fair, I don't like TSB for like a lot of reasons. I've slowly began to notice that like all the alt moves, or at least a majority of them, and finishers are starting to become like big cutscenes, and I don't really like that. And also, not to mention that like all the moves are starting to get like really drawn out for like no reason at all. And also not to mention that the combat doesn't really hold up sometimes, because like the game is super duper ping dependent. But when you think about it, I guess all fighting games are ping dependent, but like this is different. All right, when I was playing like 3v3s with my friends trying out the new update, I've noticed that like a large majority of our matches were like against little kids with like 50 billion like milliseconds in their ping, and it was either that or we were the little kids with 50 billion ping. I would show some like examples, but I kind of deleted all my recordings, so take my word on it. And while I'm still on the topic of TSB's combat, I still have more to say, and it's not like ping related. I don't like the fact how like almost every character has some form of M1 extension in their kit, which makes it, you know, it's kind of stupid, isn't it? I don't think I'm exaggerating either, because like every single TSB character I can remember off the top of my head does have an M1 extension. Jean Kyoto combo guy has his third move, and you hold M1 and then M1 extension side dash. Whoa. And then you get on little boy, and then you use second move when the person is ragdolled, and then you do a front dash extend this time. Whoa. But then you get on the main focus of the update, so you got a Mr. Monster Cock, right? And then but like you do his first move, and like he does a little foot dive, and then that M1 extends or front dash extends, so that's it's versatile. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's like a universal M1 reset thing, uppercut, and then you do a little loop dash around them. I won't deny that it is hard to pull off, but it doesn't apply to just uppercuts. It kind of works with like sending like the person up into the air, like through any means. And like once you pull it off, then you could do M1 reset, M1 reset. Whoa. I don't know if you guys are getting where I'm like coming from, or like trying to get what I'm trying to say. I don't get what I'm trying to say. It's like it's 7:45. I have school in like half an hour. But like anyways, what I'm trying to say is that giving all these characters like the same extend kind of loses out in like giving these guys like each their individual identity. And also by doing this, you're just kind of making all the characters like M1 side dash like demons, dude. I would argue that Monster Cock is like the sole exception of this, because he has actual things you could do in neutral, like his second move and or like variant for the third move. But unfortunately that's the end of Monster Cock. They're closing the book on him. No more updates for Mr. Monster Gara. I was so happy when Monster Gara first came out, because first I actually felt like he had something going for him other than M1 side dash. So I did one thing that I don't usually do when talking about strongest, and it was get my expectations up. But then again, this is like the strongest Battlegrounds combat system we're talking about and its characters, so it's kind of like immediately shattered. Oh yeah, by the way, the new early access character has 100% combo. Wowee. I think the argument of like early access characters should do more damage because like they're in early access and they don't have much of a chance to like fight back is kind of dumb, especially in like this case only. I mean this case only, because he has four of his moves done. That's his whole base, right? And pretty much by like strongest standards, that's enough to fight back against like anyone. Also, not to mention, he has an M1 extender, because we all love M1 extends here. Take one good look at this combo and tell me it's gonna be fun to get put against this once you use your evasive, right? Also, this is 2 times sped up. I hope you know how long this is. Another problem on how like this game's combat kind of like falls flat is that their evasive system sucks. You have to wait another 30 seconds like roughly to get your like ragdoll cancel back, so that encourages a lot of like passive play, since like once you use it you're kind of encouraged to like hang back and just like do something from there, I guess. Because once you really think about it, if I use my ragdoll cancel, why would I step in again if this guy could just knock me down in like 5 seconds or less? And right now I think TSB's only saving grace is like their skill builder, and like that's it. And even then it's pretty hard to like navigate, which compared to like other games. And by other games I mean like Jump Showdown and like JJS, but like I'm gonna talk about JJS because like no one talks about Jump Showdown nowadays. And also the fact that JJS is going like toe to toe with TSB, and also on the day of recording this, it's updating today. And when you're talking about like TSB, you pretty much have to talk about like JJS, since that like it kind of is like its only competitor. And as my good friend Mr. Geo2 once said, the game is so ass, it just makes me acid reflux and spread the gospel of JJS, which I wholeheartedly agree with, by the way. I will say that like TSB has like a lot better like animations and VFX, but that's kind of all it has going for it. Starting to hit the same like M1 extend combo after like maybe an hour or so doesn't get really fun. And I'll also admit that JJS does have its own set of problems. It's arguably like miles better than TSB. First, they changed up their like evasive system. It's like once you get hit, you get some bar back, and once the bar gets full, then you can use it again, which does encourage a lot of like aggressive play. You have to get in there if you want to live. All the characters are like unique in their own aspect. Well, maybe like most of them. We don't talk about like a few characters. And even then, I think the amount of like poorly designed characters, they're enough to count on your own hand, but like that's compared to the rest of the roster. Not to mention that JJS updates like a lot more frequently than TSB. And I guess you could make the argument that is like quantity over quality, but I'd much rather prefer like a responsive dev team rather than like the 9-month drought TSB had. I do also like how like JJS does keep their like roster pretty unique, because I wouldn't think I'd want Charles, but I do like him more than I would like to say. And while I have been wanting like big like hyped up characters like Jogo, Toji, or like Kashima, I do like this weird roster of like shenanigans. Almost like Jujutsu shenanigans. Not to mention that in JJS you could do a lot more than like just fighting, hence the name like Jujutsu shenanigans. It's not exactly called Jujutsu Battlegrounds. And even then, once JJS gets into like the cinematic bits, when they actually sometimes do cutscenes, it's usually like pretty short and sweet. That's why it's like a lot better than TSV. Take one good look at this clip, and I just hit a front dash into 3 M1s into one-shot cutscene move. This cannot be fun, like at all, man. And take a look at this clip. I was playing with my friend. This guy walked in on our 1v1, and then you could still do this stupid ass M1 like infinite chain. I know JJS's burst isn't perfect, but I'd rather have that than no anti-team like at all. TSP is one of the biggest victims of scope creep ever, and like it's really obvious. Scope creep is a term for like pretty much once you do one thing, you keep outdoing the next one, and you just keep doing that again and again and again. I say it's really obvious because you take one look at like Saitama's animations compared to like the new EA character. Yeah, yikes. I think this is the end of the video. Sorry this was like really unorganized. I pinky promise you I'm gonna start doing these kind of videos with like a script now. I just wanted to get all my thoughts out like right here, right now about the update while it's still kinda hot. But anyways, that is all, and I will be seeing you guys next time I upload. Bye bye. Let's get on the tree, guys.
Everybody get in the truck, we're leaving now! Oh no! Yo, you dumb whore! You're leading him to the